美中不足，好事多磨. Jade has its flaws, and life its vicissitudes. Yet the differences between real and fake Jade is flawed itself. Thus, a flawed life, a short one, an imperfect one, is the only real life. The first callback encounter we have in this part is against another family, which shows our willingness to change Hong Yuan, while the rest of the families just want to gain power like everyone else. Though I may not entirely agree with this idea, to forge your own path and to continue on yourself is what defines one's existence. 美中不足. Of course, the second encounter is kind of just a funny moment, and also shows the betrayal of the Sheriff family. I feel it is also because there were probably quite a few rewrites for the last part of the Canto, so they had to emergency introduce the animal worms. Since even though the worms were introduced in the identity stories, they were literally not included in the main story until this point. 好事多磨. The third encounter with the sum sets up the next encounter, as well as showing how the sum is invading Daiguanyuan, but it also shows how people act when they are unwilling to change. This is shown as the people saying how they do see the hierarchy as impressive, but it is just because they are simply insane and unwell and unwilling to make their own decisions. To choose not to follow orders just because some person is a higher up later returns as a new theme. 今天, considering how Hassel is literally name dropped in this chapter, I believe that it is best to speak of the Lobotomy Corporation here. In fact, there are many that believe that Lobotomy Corporation was the best game of the series, to the point where they think that even Library of Ruina was disappointing. This is due to how many believe that it speaks directly of how to improve society, and specifically that of South Korea's. While the message is nice, I believe there is a reason that light needs to be mandatory. I think if a person in today's society were given the choice to receive the light and become a good person, many would refuse, saying things like, "That's not me, I want to still be myself," or "Good people always end up sacrificing themselves for no good reason." 明天. If you want something, wouldn't you get it now? But if what you want to do is follow a certain path, what would you do? Of course, you can follow it to the end. You choose how every single action in your life is defined entirely via your past and ideal. But what happens when you wish to stray? Of course, you can stray as much as you want. But what is left is a belief that you have abandoned? And what of those who you have brought along the path? But no need to question it. It will all be okay tomorrow. 期待每天. To have expectations, to have wishes, this is what Honglu's wish for Limbus Company was, and so he got it. But to expect something from every single day is fairly unrealistic, so there are many days that you absolutely loathe. If you had the choice, do you wish not to experience these days? But without these days, if you were entertained your entire life, wouldn't that be strange? But why would you want boring? 不需要永远. 你永远听着像红颜的. Why would you not want immortality? I mean, there are a ton of stories of immortals going insane and suffering a lot of loss and stuff. But I am here to say something different. I want to be immortal. I wish to take the glorious worm of the Hongyuan. I shall seek immortality and eventually spend my eternity within the Red Chamber. Why, you ask? Because in life, you already live with suffering. Yet you are left with endless regrets. But with my finite, infinite time, I shall one day be able to actually achieve something. And that is my wish, to achieve something. Truth be told, that is a very hollow wish, isn't it? What is this something that I seek? I have done many a thing in my life and shall do many more, but what can I achieve? It does hurt to be left with nothing when I die, though. 人之初. Of course, this Canto's message can be said as a fleeting life, a meaningful life, a beautiful life. And why would it be anything different? A life is not everlasting, and such is life. A life has purpose, and such is life. A life is beautiful, and such is life. But what is life? 性本善. This is a Chinese saying that is referenced in the Millie song for this canto. It says that people are born inherently kind. This kindness echoes throughout the entire canto, from when Zàng Huā Yín wishes to save others, to us the players being able to recognize the pain as atrocities. Though people who are going through rush hour traffic may heavily disagree with this idea, I believe that it is true. What I mean is that if a person has a button in front of them that allows them to save the life of another, they would definitely press it. Of course, if there were a bunch of saw traps in front of it, or if somebody is multiple continents away, or they have to pay their life earnings for it, or even if they need to sacrifice themselves for it, then it would depend on the person to see if they would press the button. Of course, it also includes the idea that people are born inherently like this, and such it is possible that someone's alignment and beliefs may change throughout their life. So, what is the meaning of this canto? A fleeting life, a meaningful life, a beautiful life, some answer. But that is not my answer. I wish to live forever. I still can't find a true meaning to my life. I can see beauty, but I do not believe that it is worth it. Those who are faithful and trustworthy. Obviously, Lobotomy Corporation already said this. Yet, what face is left, and where does it lead? How many corrupted faces have we seen that led one on the wayward journey? And what trust should be granted? Even Datsu didn't fully trust Honglu to go to the palace. So, what is my true answer? Why would I have an answer? If playing game could grant me true enlightenment, and make it so I could truly understand myself, and to be able to find a real purpose, then I wouldn't be making this stupid video, would I? And the title wouldn't be an inherently flawed analysis of Canto 8, would it? It would be something like Canto 8 and the meaning of life, or something like that. So, I have no answer. Also, please don't hit me with some bow staff. I will sue you for assault. Anyway, so thanks for watching, everyone. Love ya. Bye. Also like and subscribe, idiots. By the way, this video is inherently flawed because I can somewhat relate to Honglu, and I am not someone who has experienced enough traumas so that I can simply deal with that one traumatic memory and get everything over with. And I do not even have a false purpose that is granted to me by the elders. So I ask again, but only to you, the viewer. What is the question? That is the answer.